The break is over. It has been 6 weeks, and finally, we have our first UFC card of 2026. UFC 324, Gaethje vs. Pimblett. Let's break down this card, folks. First, we got Adam Fuckett, as I like to call him, versus Ty Miller. I saw this kid, man. This kid, Ty Miller, on the Contender Series. He looks pretty good, man. He looks pretty good. He's like a bigger, less polished Peter Yan. No, more like Esteban Ribabix. I'd say he's like a slightly less polished Esteban Ribabix, Ty Miller. That's the vibe that I'm getting from him. But he looked pretty great. Very, very technical. Very skilled. I don't really see the finishing potential yet. I hope he proves me wrong and gets a finish. But I think the correct pick is Ty Miller by decision. Adam Fuckett's not very good. Let's take a look. I mean, losing to Mike Mellon, Islam Dulatov, there's no shame in that. He's got to win over Josh Quinlan and Yusaka Konoshi. Okay, so his losses aren't bad. He's losing to, two of them are ranked, and Islam Dulatov might be ranked in the future. I don't know. Dulatov's only had, one UFC fight? So you can't really say that, but Dulatov did look freaking crazy, to be fair. Anyways, I think Adam Fuckett, I don't think he's bad. I think he's gotten bad matchups. Maybe he could surprise me and win later tonight, but yeah, I think that Ty Miller is good, and I think he's got a bright future in the UFC. I kind of have high hopes for Ty Miller. I think he'll be ranked someday. I hope he proves me right. So that'll be a good way to start the card. I'm interested in both fighters. I think Fuckett's been screwed over in terms of the matchups. I just hope he doesn't get cut, because he is kind of good. I don't know. He is decent, and he shouldn't get cut. But he's just getting the shit end of the stick, and it's not even his fault. He's just getting crazy, crazy guys, crazy fighters. And anyways, we got Josh Oka versus Denzel Freeman. Let's not forget that Denzel Freeman has a submission win over Steven Asplunder. Right? He beat Asplunder. Right? Mr. Flabby heavyweight with interesting technique. Right? When I say interesting, I mean shit. Asplunder is crap. But he doesn't stop. He keeps going. He's got decent cardio. I'm not going to say good cardio, because there's no power on them shots. It's just just little, very crappy shots with very little power on them that Asplunder throws. I don't think Asplunder is good. He's fun, and he's an entertainer, so that's good. I hope he gets better. Doubt it, though. Denzel Freeman beat him. Yeah, I haven't seen much of Asplunder's game outside of when Freeman subbed his ass. So, yeah, Hokett's pretty good, though. No, he's not. No, Hokett's pretty decent. He might be good. It's hard to call a heavyweight good. When I say good, when I call a fighter good, I'm talking about in the context that they are a UFC fighter. Right? So if I call Cody Brundage, if I call, who should I use as an example? If I call Robert Valentin shit, it's because he's shit for a UFC fighter. Doesn't mean he's a shit MMA fighter. Doesn't mean he's shit at fighting. He's shit for being in the UFC. Now, a lot of heavyweights, most aren't good. Most are shit. Or, Hockett is above that, right? He's kind of good. He might be good. He could be good. I like this guy's ground and pound. I like Hockett's game. I think I can trust in it. to beat Denzel Freeman. I think Hokett's fairly well-rounded enough. Watching Freeman in his last fight, man, it was embarrassing to see how it was just a low-level nothing fest. Denzel Freeman was dancing around at range and just throwing a body kick here and there, maybe a jab. He just doesn't impose his will. He doesn't make the fight happen. Josh Hokett's going to take the fight to him. And he's going to get him down. He's going to finish him. But Freeman ain't no slouch. He's better than anyone else that Hokett has faced. I think this makes it to round 2. And I think Hokett gets it done on the ground. I'm going to say Freeman gets him down. And I think Hokett overswings or something. Then Freeman blasts. He shoots in for the takedown. Gets him down. They have like a slow heavyweight scramble. And it's like kind of a boring, slow scramble. So, and then Hokett gets on top. And then boom. Oh, big shot from Hokett. Oh, another one. Oh, and Freeman's out. And now we got the next fight. Why are people picking Michael Johnson? It's stupid. My buddy Seth over here, Mystic Macaroni, he's picking Michael Johnson. He's stupid for that. That's a stupid pick. How are you picking Michael Johnson? Oh, he beat Daniel Zellhuber, who looked terrible. It's the worst version of Daniel Zellhuber I've ever seen. How you can be 26 and look way worse than a fight that you've had previously is just bizarre. Yeah, he's beating a shitty Zellhuber. Well, a shitty version of Zellhuber who just throws nothing but a body kick and just doesn't impose his will at all. Ottoman Azaitar and Darius Flowers. Right? Michael Johnson lost to Jamie Malarkey. 4 years. He lost to Jamie Malarkey. Okay, I know that was back in 2022. But Johnson's 39. And if he's 36, losing to Jamie Malarkey. Man, Jamie Malarkey's shit. He's buns. Maybe not that buns, but he's able to beat Michael Johnson. So that's kind of a feat. But Hernandez is good. Hernandez should be fighting like Jalen Turner, not fucking Michael Johnson. He knocked out Chase Hooper. He beat Carl. He beat Austin Hubbard. He knocked out Carlos Diego Ferreira, who knocked out Michael Johnson. Carlos Diego Ferreira is knocking a lot of these decent to good unranked guys out. And to be fair, Carlos Diego Ferreira definitely looked washed against Hernandez, but still, Hernandez is a really good fighter, and he's close to the rankings. Michael Johnson is not. This guy, you can't trust in him. Michael Johnson's not going to go on a 4-fight win streak in 2026. That's impossible. That won't happen. He's getting chinned early. He's getting chinned in round 1. Give Hernandez someone. Give him Baja Bumdez after this. Jeez. Hope he enjoys the side quest. I'm serious. I don't think Michael Johnson has a path to victory. I get it. He looked a little better in the Zellhuber fight. And Zellhuber's a name that people recognize-ish now because of the war with Esteban a year and a half ago. But, man, people just... just because someone is on a win streak, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're better. It just means that they're facing different comp. They're facing different fighters that they are better than. It's not like Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson, he's in winnable. He's fighting. He's in winnable matchups. Darius Flowers, Ottoman Azaitar, of course, he's gonna win those. Zellhuber, that's a little tricky. It's kind of impressive that this old version of Michael Johnson is able to beat a Zell Huber. But at the same time, that version of Zell Huber looked terrible. And the corner work was horrendous. I don't know what was... Man, Zell Huber didn't look like Zell Huber. Like, how you can look washed at 26 just baffles me. Zell Huber looked terrible. Terrible. So, of course, Johnson was able to beat that crappy version of Huber. But to be fair, Michael Johnson been looking cleaner than normal. He's been, like, Michael Johnson of 2026 is not the same Michael Johnson that lost to Jamie Mullarkey. Like, if Michael Johnson fought Jamie Mullarkey now, he'd chin Jamie Mullarkey. But, yeah, he's not beating Alexander Hernandez. That's stupid. Why would you pick Michael Johnson? He's not on that level anymore. Like, Michael Johnson, I have a hard time saying he's a good UFC fighter anymore, let alone beating a guy that's close to the rankings. He's not beating Alexander Hernandez. That's a shit take. Shit pick. Lock of the card. Alexander Hernandez is the lock of the card. Charles Johnson versus Alex Perez. I'm picking Alex Perez. I know there's a lot of hype on Charles Johnson. I love Charles Johnson. I'm rooting for Charles Johnson. He just KO'd Loner Kavanagh. That's impressive. That's impressive. But he lost to Ramazan Tamarov. And he lost to Cody Durden. He's lost to Odie Osborne. He lost to Rafael Esteban. Like, let's not forget the 3-fight losing streak in 2023. You see this shit? Oh, he KO'd Van and he KO'd Kavanagh. Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's great. Great stuff. Great stuff. KO'ing Van, that's great. Van's the champ. Paper champ, but still champ. Having a semi-close fight with Suma Dwergy. Come on. Losing to Ramazan Tamarov. Just last year, by the way. Lost to Ramazan Tamarov. That's crazy. Ramazan's good, but, like, I don't know, you can't be losing to Ramazan Tamarov and me pick you against Perez. Plus, I know he could shin Perez. That's likely. He could win via, it's a close round and he knocks him down, and, that knockdown wins in the fight or whatever. I don't know, he just wins on damage. But I think Perez is going to grapple. I think Perez, yeah, man, I think Perez. Oh, jeez. But the thing is, like, all these people that you see that Perez has lost to, I would pick to beat Charles Johnson. That is a lot. But, freaking, what's his face? Oh, Johnson's lost just as much. He just fights more, so you don't see him all on the screen. But, yeah, the past 5 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. Yeah, they both lost 5 times in the past 5 years. That's that's something. Alex Perez's one win is over Mateus Nicolau. I don't know, man. I think Alex can cause him problems on both the feet and the ground. We might see some unexpected, good grappling from Perez. And and I think, I don't know, this is weird. Charles Johnson is a weird-ass fighter. How do you beat Joshua Van and then you lose to Ramazan Tamarov and losing to Esteban? Cody Durden! I feel like Perez is more reliable. Oh, this is weird. There's some coin flip matchups on this card, like this one right here. Modestas Bakako versus Nikita Krylov. I'm picking Nikita Krylov, round 1. Putting all my XP on it, too. All my verdict XP. I'm going to get 5,000 XP on this if it hits. I believe in Nikita Krylov. I believe in Nikita Krylov. I believe in this man. I don't believe in Modestas Bakako. This isn't... Nikita Krylov isn't Paul Craig or Ion Cutelaba, Marcin Prachnio, or Rafael Sequeira. like having like real, real close fights. You had a real close fight with Iron Man. KO and Craig. I mean, Craig made a terrible decision. You should KO him if you're good. If you're good and you have power with the stupid guard pull shit that Craig did. Like, if you're pretty good and you have power, you should be able to do that. I think Bakako is rank caliber at this point. He's gotten better. I think he could beat Alonzo Manyfield. I think he could beat guys right outside the rankings. I think he'd beat a Jacoby. I think he'd beat Juicebox. I don't think he's beaten Krylov, though. I don't think he's beaten Krylov. Let's not forget. Look, I know he's lost to Guskov and Reyes. Guskov and Reyes would chin Bukowskis. Bukowskis would get sent to the Shadow Realm by both of them. That's a fact. Nikita Krylov, dude. Man. Inactivity. Here's the thing about it. Man, because him being inactive does leave questions. It's like, is he just losing to like Reyes and Guskov because they're pretty good, or is it just because he's, I guess, he washed? I mean, he's definitely not in his prime anymore, that's for sure. I mean, even that win streak, he's not that impressive. It's on. He's got lost to Paul Craig. That was a prime Paul Craig. That's 2022 light heavyweight Paul Craig, not. Paul Craig was at light heavyweight for his last couple fights. What am I saying? But it was a prime, 2022 Paul Craig. Not the shell in 2025. Man, this is a tough fight to pick. But I just don't think Bakako is, I don't think he's going to be ready for the onslaught. He's not Guskov. He's not Reyes. He's not this great, counter puncher. I mean, he's got power. He doesn't have that much power. He's taking Kutalaba to a decision. You know what I mean? Rafael Sakara is shit. Marcin Prachnio, meh. Paul Craig, washed. Kutalaba, kind of good. He's not beating Krylov. No, he can. Why did I say he's not? No, he definitely can. I'm mostly just I'm trying to convince myself. I'm trying to find good reasoning to convince myself that I'm making the right pick. But this is a coin flip fight. Don't get me wrong. I do still think it's a 50-50 fight. I'm just picking Krylov for the reasons I told you. I'm not going to discuss this. Poiliev's fine. This is like a little step up. He beat Nick Klein. Cool. Welcome to the club, bud. Lost to Christian Leroy Duncan. I mean, I pick CLD to beat Gutierrez. Yeah, I think that's a pretty lukewarm take. Yeah, I think Gutierrez is going to chin him. If he's able to knock him out in round one and run through him like he ran through Treston Vines and Robert Valentin and, cans like that, that's impressive. Because Poiliev's not a can. He is kind of decent. He's kind of decent. Man, some may say decent. Some may call him a decent UFC fighter. Gutierrez is at least decent. No, he's good. I'd say Gutierrez is a good UFC fighter. He's probably pretty good. We'll find out. Hopefully he runs through him quickly, and then it's like, okay, well, yeah, let's just give him a big bump up. Big bump up. Not like Marco Tulio, honestly. Gutierrez and Marco Tulio will be great if he beats Poiliev. And then give him someone ranked if he makes through Tulio, right? Anyways, I think he's going to run through him. I have confidence in Gutierrez. Either way, he's winning this fight. But he could, who knows? Maybe he takes it to a decision. People forget, man. He took Israel Mano to a decision. I'm kidding. That doesn't count for anything. That was 2021 in regional scene. So, joking. But, yeah, I think Gutierrez. I know Gutierrez gets it done. He's going to KO him. He's going to finish him, I should say. And I think he's going to do it quickly. And I think he's going to show us, like, hey, give me the bump up in comp. I guess this is a bump up, but you're going from can to, like, kind of decent. So, I understand the matchmaking, kind of, but they're still just feeding Poliev to him. Final fight in the prelims. This should not be on the prelims. Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas should be on the prelims. Umar is going to beat the crap out of him. He's going to beat the piss out of him and finish him in round 2. Did you guys see Figgy in the weigh-ins? Dude, he looked trash. He looked like trash. He looked like he had a terrible... Man, he looked soft. In his body, he looked soft. Figgy's not in his prime. Even if he was in his prime. I mean, that'd be an intriguing matchup. This is not an intriguing matchup. This version of Figgy, no. I'm picking Umar. I think he's going to run through him. I think he's going to finish him in round 2. He needs to finish him. If he doesn't finish him, I don't think he's ever going to win a title. I'm dead ass. If he doesn't finish this version of Figgy, I don't think he is ever going to get the belt. Umar is a guy who has the potential to be a champ. Everyone knows it. Almost everyone unanimously agrees this guy will be champ at some point. When Peter Yan is gone, I think he'll be champ. Because I think Peter Yan, stylistically, would mess Umar up. I think Umar would get damaged bad. I think Umar could get TKO'd if he doesn't fix up his freaking defense. But yeah, I think Figgy gets smoked. I think he gets smoked. I think Umar's good enough to smoke him. I think he is. I think Figgy he's gonna make a dumb decision similar to how he did in the Corey fight. I don't think he's gonna try and go to the ground with Umar. But I mean, hey, I could see a sub. But no, I think a KO is more likely. I don't get why Verdict thinks that sub is more likely. You know, Umar's definitely more likely to KO him than sub him. But yeah, I think he KOs him in round 2. TKOs him. I think Umar's gonna put out a display of his craft. And I think a lot of people are gonna, be high on Umar. And they're gonna be like, well, what is he gonna get that title shot? Am I right? Did you see what he did to Figgy? I hope that's what happens. More hype for the division, right? Plus, finishes are entertaining. Seeing guys that are in the top 5, near the top 5, getting finished. I mean, it's always great. Great stuff seeing elite fighters get finished. Because, when elite fighters finish elite fighters, it's like, oh my gosh, a fighter's an elite fighter. You know what I mean? So, Arnold Allen is going to lose to Gene Silva, right? And this is tough. Because one could say Arnold Allen is going to beat Gene Silva, and I can see why. I can see why one would say that, because Gene Silva fights with his emotions. Okay, we saw that in the Lopez fight. We see that all the time. He's touching guys, and he's like, it's that tism, right? And also, just so you guys know, saying he's got the tism, like like Gene Silva is genuinely autistic. He said so himself. He said he's diagnosed. I'm not surprised, but I am surprised that he said it. That he said he was diagnosed, and he thinks Arnold Allen's autistic. It's two different types of autism, and that's true. Allen is the nice, quiet autism, and I think I think Silva has a more potent version, right? I think his autism will win out. I think he's going to bait Arnold Allen into like a little bit of a respect fest early, and I think it'll start slow. I think round 1 will be slow, and we'll be like, what's going on? Why they're just tapping each other, and they're playing with each other, and Gene Silva's smiling, and like, how handshaking and stuff, and like, and barking at him. And then round 2, Man. I think Gene Silva is gonna start going crazy, and I think we're gonna be surprised in Arnold Allen. Well, no, I'm not gonna be surprised. You guys are gonna be surprised. You're gonna see that dog in Allen. They both are dogs, and I think this is gonna be an absolute war, fight of the night. I think Allen's gonna drag it out to a decision. I'm thinking 29-28 split decision. I'm thinking a split decision. I'm predicting a split decision. This is probably my most hyped fight on the card. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that more than the main event. I don't know, because the main event is, man, I've gone back and forth on that one. Natalia Silva's gonna beat the crap out of her, and then she's gonna beat Shevchenko. Yeah. Plain and simple, she dominated Alexa Grasso. She's going to dominate Rose. If she finished her, that would be the cherry on top. Please, Natalia Silva, finish her. Get rid of Shevchenko. But, dude, this will be crazy. Dude, she'll have... oh, my gosh. I forgot, dude, she's undefeated in the UFC. Dude, she's going to win over Jasmine Vicious to raise a blade up. Viviana Orihuajo, Jessica Andrade, Alexa Grasso, and then Rose Namajunas. And not even a champ yet. For not even being a champ yet, and that's going to be a resume. I mean, it's already a solid resume. Plus Rose on top of that, it's going to be great. No, for someone not having the title, that's a great resume. Those, especially, those, 3 string of wins, what is she on, a 7-fight win streak or whatever? She's going to have Jessica Andrade, Alexa Grasso, Rose Namajunas, back to back. Yeah, I think that she's going to beat Valentina Shevchenko. I'm not even, I don't view this is a one-sided fight. I'm serious. I have that much confidence in Natalia Silva. Rose Namajunas is great. She's a great WMA fight. But she's not beating Natalia Silva. Natalia Silva's that good. If Rose somehow won, that would be nuts. Rose just pulling a flyweight title shot out of her ass. Nuts. I hope that doesn't happen, because Shevchenko would just smudge her. That'd be... Yeah, I don't want to see that. Because the winner of this fight does get a title shot. Yeah, so Natalia Silva, please win. Please destroy her. Please obliterate Rose and call out Valentina. Trash talk Valentina. That'd be fun. But I doubt she will. Natalia Silva's... she talks like an industry plant. She doesn't really have any opinion or take. She's just there, Oh, yeah, Derek Lewis is getting destroyed. This is a one-sided matchup. You can call me a catch all you want for saying, for using the word one-sided matchup 3 times in the video, but I don't care. Derek Lewis isn't beating Walter Cortez Acosta. What kind of shitty take is that? That is a terrible take. Terrible. Awful. This is a terrible matchup. I hate this. Waldo's going to KO him. Easy. Okay, maybe decision. Either way, it's going to be dominant. We saw him KO guys. We saw him KO Delija after almost getting KO'd by Delija and after getting eye poked. I think if the eye poke didn't happen, I think Delija would have finished him. That's my hot take. Well, honestly, that's probably not a hot take. That's kind of lukewarm. Yeah, he's not... If Sergey Pavlovich can't finish you, Derek Lewis is not finishing you. I'm sorry. Sergey Pavlovich is way more technical than Lewis, way more refined than Derek Lewis, better in everything. And also, we've seen Derek Lewis fold. We've seen Derek Lewis fold before. We've seen him crumple up. He'll pull an Anthony Smith. Derek Lewis doesn't have that much heart, especially nowadays. We saw the Tuivasa fight. We saw the Pavlovich fight, the Gon fight. We know how he folds. He's going to fold against Waldo, too. Just wait. I think O'Malley's KOing Yadong. I think he's going to stiffen Yadong. I think O'Malley's going to stiffen Yadong, and I think he's going to lay Yadong out cold. I really just think he's going to beat Yadong and finish him. I mean, who knows? Yadong could just start unloading shots on O'Malley out of nowhere, right? In all seriousness, Yadong, this is kind of... I guess you can consider this a dangerous matchup for O'Malley. I don't know. I'm pretty confident in this pick. Yadong's pretty good. I wouldn't be too surprised if he won. I don't know. I might be kind of surprised. I wouldn't be super surprised if he won like a close decision. But yeah, I think O'Malley's gonna KO him. I think he's got the blueprint for it, man. I think he's got the blueprint. I think he needs a KO. Well, I think O'Malley thinks that he needs a KO. And I think that will lead into two outcomes. Either he gets a KO or he gets kind of desperate. Or maybe O'Malley gets desperate and it's a close decision. It's a close decision. And that could go either way or something like that. So yeah, there's a few ways to see this fight going down. But I think O'Malley is going to get his desired outcome, and I think he's going to stiffen Yadong. Man, the Cejudo fight really just... I have a lower opinion of Yadong now. I think Yadong would lose to Peyton Talbot decisively. I think O'Malley's going to KO. I think he's going to KO him. I think he's going to do it. I think a nice knee up the middle. Blink, blink, blink. Maybe like a flicking 1-2 on the way down. And then he spins around and walks off and then it has like a weird zesty celebration. That's my prediction. They shouldn't be fighting for an interim title, but I'm glad they're fighting. They're fighting for who's the fourth best fighter in the division. Because we know Ilya is the best because he's the champ. Arman's the second best, and Max Holloway's the third best. What about Makhachev? He's not a lightweight anymore. Stop. He's not. He's a welterweight. Makhachev he's no longer in the lightweight division, and he is never coming back. That's just the truth. He is a welterweight now. He's forever a welterweight. Now, Gaethje and Paddy, they're like the fourth and fifth best guys in the division. And we'll find out who the fourth best is. Yeah, I don't know who's going to win. I'm going to be honest here. I watched Justin's fight against Rafael Fiziev earlier. Rewatched it. Man, the way that he just ran into Rafael Fiziev's takedowns. Or those trips. The collar, the collar tied behind the head and the knee pick. Like the knee picks. He got a couple knee picks on him. And, I think it was really weird how he just ran into those knee picks. I don't know why I can't speak correctly. Justin Gaethje, it looked like he was running. He basically ran into Fiziev's knee picks, into those takedowns. And, Fiziev got him down. He was able to hold him for a bit. Justin was able to scramble up. But then got knee picked again, and he got caught in this inverted triangle thing. And then Fiziev was in that spot and was kind of peppering him up to the body on the ground. And he had a inverted triangle tech mount position. If Paddy has that position, he is shotgunning Justin Gaethje's armbar into fucking oblivion. Oblivion, dude. Justin Gaethje's arm would no longer exist if Paddy got in that spot. Paddy would rip his arm off. He would shotgun. I assume if you don't know what a shotgun armbar is, it's the type of armbar he had Bobby in. No, I'm not talking about if you have a triangle, and you don't need a triangle to have a shotgun armbar. A shotgun armbar is just when the arm is, instead of like you like pulling on it like a lever with your hand, it's under your it's like in your armpit, right? And it's all hip. It's under your armpit, and then it's just all hip. And yeah, it's brutal. Yeah, shotgun armbar is brutal, and Paddy's good at it. He's really good at it. Nearly snapped Bobby Green's arm. Well, looked like a snap, but luckily it didn't. Alright, what else happened in that fight? I mean, Justin got out of that spot, though, but it's against Fiziev. You know, he wasn't expecting it. But to end up in that spot against Fiziev is nuts, because that's a really dominant spot that you normally only see that more elite grapplers have. And I don't think Fiziev's an elite grappler. I think he's pretty good, and I think he proved it. He was a pretty good grappler with the stuff he was able to get on with Justin. But I still don't think. I mean, he's not as good at, not anywhere near as good as grappler as Paddy, I don't think. Maybe not anywhere near, but I don't know. It's just a weird shit to get caught in when you're fighting a guy like Fiziev. But anyways, yeah, most of the fight was on the feet, you know, as we know, and Justin was slipping and ripping. And, you know, you could say, oh, Paddy is going to take advantage of, you know, Justin slipping left and right. You know, he's dipping his head too much. You know, he's going to throw a knee at the middle. He's not Sean O'Malley. Paddy Pimblett's not that accurate. He's not that accurate. He's really not. I think that Justin is going to be able to get out of the way of those knees. And I think he's going to be able to slip and rip. And I think he's going to be able to use a head movement and launch Pimblett into outer space with an uppercut. That's what I think is going to happen. I think Pimblett's going to get launched into outer space with an uppercut. And yeah, I think Justin's going to be the interim champion. Man. Fuck. Yeah, I think he's going to get the uppercut of doom on him. I think we are going to slime him out cold. We're going to slime the Englishman out cold. Now, I'm not really rooting for either fighter. I like them both. I like both Paddy and Justin, like, kind of equally. The reason I'm rooting for Justin is because, well, I'm picking Justin, and when I'm, like, equally like someone, and I equally like fighters who don't have an opinion about fighters, I just root for the guy who I'm picking, because it just makes sense, and naturally. And then, on top of that, since, you know, I kind of think of him equally, like, Justin is an American. I don't like Justin enough to include him in, like, you know, we are going to beat this person. But the only reason I'm including Justin in that is not because I like him a lot. It's because he's American, and I'm American. And Pimblett's English, so that's fun. Right? So we are going to slime Paddy Pimblett out cold, and that's the end of my predictions. I hope this shit ain't too long.